Hello, hello, hello. It's a brand new day, and this is our morning connection. How you doing this morning? I am Skip McCord. I'm so glad you are here today for our daily ritual, our check-in, our mental toughness conditioning workout. Just you and me, just two men going through the journey of life. Give you some things to think about as you start your day, as I start my day. We're accountability partners. We're workout partners. Like I said, I'm here. I'm showing up for you. I'm so glad you're showing up for me. Start the day off with focus and direction. Right, we got to make the most out of every single day, and that's what Morning Connection is all about. Hey, do you ever find yourself, having some goal, something that you aspire to do? I mean, intellectually, right? When you really think about it, I mean, you really want to dig in. You really see how accomplishing this goal or whatever it is that you want, that it's going to really take your life to the next level, at least intellectually. But for some reason, you just can't get committed. You just can't dig in. All right, in this morning connection, in this workout, I want to talk about how to be more committed. How to be more committed when you really want to get something done. Like I said, intellectually, on paper, you've told yourself you want to do it, but you just can't dig in. You just can't do the work. Just can't get committed. And this morning connection, I want to talk about how to be more committed. All right, so I'm glad you're here today. I love coming to you every single day. I love getting my mind right, and you force me to step up. Isn't that just like a great workout partner in the gym? Every day you're not going to want to attack your workout on a scale from 1 to 10 out of 10 out of 10, right? No matter how badly you want it, we're going to go through those waves when it comes to working out, but we got to do it, right? Some workout is better than no workout. Not going, I mean, that's not an option, right? Even just an average workout is better than not going. We love it when we're 10 out of 10. We're all excited. We just pull our full focus and energy into the workout. We'll come out with a great workout. But life doesn't always work like that. We got to keep on keeping on. We got to keep on putting forth our best effort. Sometimes when we just show up, once we get there, all right, we're ready to go, right? And we can't sometimes know that when we're at home and we're thinking about the workout, right? Sometimes it's great to just have a workout partner that is going to be there, that you have to be accountable to, that you're going to let him down. It's more than just letting yourself down. Sometimes we will do that to ourselves. We'll rationalize to ourselves. But when we do it for a bigger purpose, right? When we have people waiting for us, it gets us to follow through and do the things we should, and that's great for us. That's great for them. That's what I want you to think about our time together in this morning connection. All right, just getting our minds straight 10 or 15 minutes every single day, just connecting with you, and taking on the day, living that sense of urgency. All right, I want to say good morning to you in a moment, so make sure that you say hello. We're watching live on Instagram, watching live on Facebook. Maybe you're coming over from LinkedIn or on my YouTube channel. Hey, make sure you subscribe to my Manformation YouTube channel. That's where I put all of these morning connection, our daily workouts, these videos. I put them on the Manformation YouTube channel. So if you're new to joining this show and what we do here every single morning, you want to go to the Manformation YouTube channel, subscribe, make sure you subscribe, and you can see everything that we've been doing. All right. Over 100 shows now. I don't even know how many at this point. Just showing up every single day for you. You're showing up for me. All right, so I'm so glad you are here. So I want to make sure that I say hello to you watching. Let's see, who do we have on Facebook? And make sure that you say hello no matter if you're watching this on a replay version, you're watching this on Instagram TV, you're watching this on the Manformation YouTube channel, whenever you're watching, make sure that you say hello. Good morning, Mark. Good to have you here. Getting there is half the battle, isn't it? Yes. Good morning. You too have a great day. Good morning, Brian. Good evening, Musashi in Japan. So, good morning, Nick. Good to have you here. Veli over on Instagram, hello. Good to have you guys here. All right, so, I come to you, it's a journey that I'm going through. I know a lot of men are. That's what I'm bring this. Men, our experience is different. Our experience as we get a little bit older is a little different. We got to live with that sense of urgency. Sometimes we think we're just young boys, young men. We don't necessarily grow up. A lot. I joke around to my guys that sometimes it seems like we don't go past the mental age, the emotional age of 28. We think we're young, and that's great. That's great. You're only as young as you feel. Energy. Here I am at almost 57 years old, coming to you with passion and energy. That part's great. If you exude that energy of a 28-year-old, that's great. Like I said, sometimes for my guys, we don't grow up. At the same time, we got to live with that sense of urgency. We don't have forever. We got to make our legacy happen. We got to do all of this and connect. And so a lot of the topics that I bring up, just some things to think about as I go through journey, as I talk to men just like you through my one-on-one coaching. By the way, go to talkwithskip.com. A lot of guys, they want to talk to me. They want to see if this one-on-one coaching that I keep on talking about, what is it exactly? Go to talkwithskip.com. That's my schedule. You can talk to me for 10 or 15 minutes, absolutely free. Just schedule it. Make sure it's in your time zone. Put your phone number down there. You can see if it's a good fit for you, what this is all about. Accountability, insight, perspective. This stuff, these topics that I throw out, we're talking about it, how it's in the context of your life, but not just theory, just discussion. How it works towards the things that you want most in life, maybe the things that are that you're challenged with to get to where you want. We can talk it all out. So go to talkwithskip.com. Reach out to me. I love talking. If you're the type of man who's into fitness, who's into personal development, who's into becoming the total package, we're a lot alike. So it'd be nice just to talk to you. So go to talkwithskip.com. All right. So it's like, what's going on? When you, like I said, intellectually on paper, you know on a conscious level that you really want to achieve this goal, you're willing to do the work. If you're a man who's listened to a broadcast like this, you want to do that. What's stopping you? What's stopping you from being totally committed? Like I said, I want to talk about how to be more committed. What I've noticed as I talk to so many men, which I do all throughout the week, all throughout the day, right? Dozens of hours every single week, thousands of hours talking to men just like you and me. What I find out to be is that we can't, we're not quite sold that all of our effort will pay off. We haven't created a story in our mind, and that's all it is. We don't know the future. The future has not been played out yet. Whether we think we can or we can't, we really don't know for sure. It's what we do every single day. That's what's going to make it happen or not. We got to have that imagination that our hard work, our effort will pay off. And a lot of times you're not going to, 10 out of 10, you're not going to feel that. That's just normal. You're not going to feel that 10, for sure it's going to work out. Sometimes we may look back when we did accomplish some very ambitious goal, right? We made stuff happen. We can look back, I knew it all the time. But we don't want to have that 10 out of 10. That humility, that sense of angst, that little edge, that's what makes us dot every I, cross every T. I'm a younger guy, like I said, this is, for guys who are a little bit older, he said, what does that mean? Dot every I, cross every T, right? We do everything that it takes to make it happen when we have that little bit of angst, that little bit of fear, that little bit of uncertainty. We don't want to be at 10 out of 10 all the time, but we have to have enough certainty to keep on going. And, that's what I face sometimes. There's so many things, especially after I finally get myself to do them, and then it worked out just the way I planned, right? It's like, why didn't I do this early? Why wasn't I as committed? I knew it intellectually, but I couldn't get myself going. It's just a matter of a sales job that you imagine that happening. You got to find a million ways to win that, even if directly what you're doing, it may not pay off exactly the way you want it. All right, but there's so many different ways to win. I mean, how many times, again, I use that 1 out of 10 scale, but a 10 out of 10, it gave you everything that you imagined. Sometimes, those, when you only get a 7 out of 10, that is a step forward, right? A lot of times you give the 10 out of 10, that doesn't even bring you to the promised land, so to speak, right? Got to find the next thing. So it's constantly moving, constantly believing, constantly chipping away, finding a million ways to win. Even if you don't get that 10 out of 10, there are other ways to win, and you'll stack it. And it's just that sales job, getting you more and more committed. The truth of the matter is like, I don't care how hard you work, how committed you are. Part of the journey is it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out the way you want. You'll be very lucky if the first plan you set out to. I don't care how long you take to make that plan. I don't care how much research, how much strategy, how much coaching you got. I mean, that plan working out exactly the way you want it to the first time around doesn't happen a lot. I mean, we're very fortunate when it does happen. And so we all have, those memories of it not working out. They haunt you. I can think of projects that I spent months on. I mean, getting myself totally committed, all right, totally getting myself to believe. Didn't work out that way. Sometimes, again, certainly not in the short run, but you see it in the long run. All right, we all have those experiences where it didn't work out. It's that mind game. So, how to be more committed? Tell you, you got to do that sales job to yourself. You got to figure out a million ways to win, even if it's not directly the way that you had planned. But that commitment, the future is not written until we write it. It's what we do every single day. We got to lean in. We got to give 100%, whether it works out or not. We got to be committed. Here's one other thing. If you're having a challenge of how to be more committed, there are things that in my life, and in bodybuilding, really, that's probably one of the biggest accomplishments that I have had. And I was totally committed. And it even paid off, probably more than I thought it would be as I started on the journey. All right? And you think, wow. And so when it's time to be committed for the next one, you're thinking, wow, is it going to take all this? You've heard entrepreneurs, you've heard people who have accomplished great things. And, they'll talk to them and you'll say, did you know, right? I mean, that it was going to pay off, and they really didn't know, but once they got going, once they were in it, they had no idea how challenging it was going to be, how hard it was going to be. But once they got committed and they were in there, there was no turning back, and they had to figure it out. And then eventually they did, right? A lot of times if you have some journeys of success like that where you're totally committed, even when you won, right? It's exhausting sometimes when you think about the next journey. I don't know, maybe that's helpful. If that I go through that all the time as I pick out the next thing, and there's always the next thing to go over to create some excitement, some game in life. When I find, why can't I get more committed? Why can't I get more committed? And maybe you have some of those same thoughts going on in your head. One gentleman, one of the topics that I brought up, he said, wow, it's good to know that everything you talked about, I go through too. I feel that way too. All right, and just the fact that, a guy, his age was going through the same journey, the same thoughts that, I talk about, that I go through, that my guys go through, it made him feel just a little bit better to go ahead and attack the journey. So hopefully, I've given you some things to think about, or maybe make you feel normal when you want to be committed. You can't just dig in and do the things you know you should. How to be more committed. All right, so that's going to do it for today's Morning Connection. I'm so glad that you've joined me for our work. I hope you got some great things to think about. Remember, take on this day with a sense of urgency. Every facet, your health, your fitness, all right, your relationships, love, connect, and your legacy. Get committed, all right? Leave it all on the floor today. Remember, everything runs in patterns. Some we'll figure out quickly. Some we won't. Some will think, why does it seem like everybody else has figured out the pattern in life to your biggest challenge, and I can't do it? What's wrong with me? Just keep on keeping on. Everything runs in a pattern. You'll figure it out if you just keep on keeping on. Let me know if you need some help figuring out the pattern, right? Even the pattern of figuring out how to be more committed. All right, expect the best from yourself today. Expect the best from your efforts. Expect the best from other people. They will get you in the value, the message that you provide. They will get you. It's just a matter of time. How can they not get you? You are a force to be reckoned with. Have a great day.